Jared Blikre is standing by for us down at the New York Stock Exchange with a look into the markets. Jared, Sweet Green IPO today. Tell me you got your $15 all natural salad.
I don't know about that, but there was a lot of noise around the bell. I think there's a competition going on here from day to day. When we have a big IPO, there is a lot of noise for several minutes. Didn't used to be that way. I'm not complaining. It's nice to see people here. But I want to get to the energy market, and specifically I'm looking at crude oil on the Wi-Fi Interactive, trading below $80 a barrel. This is in fact the lowest price that we've seen in about a month and a half, and this comes as President Biden is reportedly calling on world leaders, specifically from China, Japan, Korea, and India, to release some of their strategic petroleum reserves. Now the problem is, and I'm going to put a 2-month chart up here so we can see the price action. The problem with that is a lot of nations like Japan and Korea simply don't allow, by law, they can't release their strategic petroleum reserves simply because we have high oil prices or high gas prices. It has to be a problem with supply, so there has to be some kind of supply shock. Can it be done? Maybe, but it's also interesting to think about how this is now a counter to OPEC and OPEC Plus. So we may have two competing organizations or cartels, if you will, one trying to lower the price of oil, the other trying to raise the price of oil. Interesting dynamics at place here. I do want to get to some of our heat maps, and we'll check in on the mega caps here in the NASDAQ 100. Tesla up 1.5%, but the standout really is NVIDIA. Okay, we can get to the Chinese stocks as well. Some of them are moving, but NVIDIA up 10%. Just stunning moves that we've seen in the semiconductor market. And you listen to an analyst like we had on earlier that we're only in the first 10%, the early innings of all this. It really just kind of shows you how we're really just scraping the surface of the potential here. Also want to check in on the Chinese stocks. As I was mentioning, Alibaba disappointed on earnings, down 10%. JD.com, that stock is up 5%, but you take a look at the year-to-date on these. This is going to be an intraday. Let's switch this over to a year-to-date, and you can really see the carnage and the damage. Right now, Alibaba testing the lows from about a month ago. Before we go, got to check in on the EV space. And we're seeing some red here. Tesla's up at 1.5%, as I said, but Rivian down 8%. I believe it's off more than 20% from its opening day high. I think that was only 7 days ago. So what a wild ride for Rivian there. Still holding on to gains of 33%. So I guess checking in on some of the other losers. We got Lucid Motors down 6%, but over the last month, it's basically doubled its stock price. So the moves in the EV space simply stunning as well.
Jared Blikre, thanks so much.